Hey, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Tonight we're watching the final episode of Band of Brothers. It's called Points. I don't know what that means, what that is referring to. I just finished watching the previous episode about an hour ago, and then I thought I should take some time before watching the next episode. We saw the concentration camp. Easy found out about concentration camps. And yeah, they basically found out about all the inhumane activities that were happening. I just can't get over that one scene where Lipgott had to tell them that they would have to stay there. It was like, I cannot tell them. How do you tell them something like that? And they were begging not to do that. And him crying, and yeah, it's just so unfair. But coming back to this episode, Hitler is dead. War is still not over, but it's about to be. It's almost over. I don't know how they're gonna end this. I don't know if they're gonna end this in Germany, this episode. If they're gonna end this in Germany, or if they're gonna show us all these men from Easy going home. But I'm really hoping that this episode will not make me cry. I have high hopes that this episode is gonna make me really happy. And I hope that's true. So let's not waste any time. Let's just get right into it. I'm gonna miss watching this intro though. It's so beautiful and sad, and I've never skipped it. Not even when I'm editing. I don't need to watch it again when I'm editing, but I do. We didn't see Malarkey in the previous episode, right? July. Austria.
It was more than 3 years since Louis Nixon and I decided to join the paratroops. I certainly didn't expect to find myself at a place like this.
Here, this from Zelensky.
Oh, great.
What do you think you'll do after this?
Get some breakfast. Yeah, discuss the possibility of staying.
In the Army.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a company in Nixon, New Jersey. It's called Nixon Nitration Works.
Well, sounds picturesque.
Yeah. We'll see how you do in your interview, but, one of your qualifications, I think, probably scrape something up.
These two must have stayed friends for life when you go through something like this with someone.
Job offers. Hard to fathom. This famous town high in the Alps was the Nazi Party's symbolic home.
Oh yeah, they were talking about coming here in the previous episode.
When are we expecting the engineers to arrive?
Half an hour ago.
We're stuck here until they do, Nix.
Terrific. Let's go find out where Hitler lived.
Ron? We're not sure what's up there. The colonel doesn't want us taking any unnecessary risks.
Jets, I just had a conversation with General Leclerc. Now, you fire up 2nd Battalion and outflank that French son of a bitch.
Yes, sir.
Oh, nothing bad's gonna happen, right?
Eerie. Not even any natives.
No.
Oh, okay.
How many brides get a wedding present from Hitler?
You'd like some too?
Think about it.
Harry? Nobody gets hurt. Not now.
Yeah, please, not now.
The Eagle's Nest was a surprise birthday present for Hitler, 8,000 feet up, accessible by a gold-plated elevator. It was one of the crown jewels of his empire.
Really? Shot himself?
Here's to him.
Oh my god. I thought someone else shot themselves.
No, goddammit, listen. Hitler.
All troops stand fast on present positions.
Anything fast.
German army surrendered. I got a present for you. Come on.
Bottle of VAT 69.
What is this place? Herman Goering's house?
What is it? What?
10,000 bottles of the world's finest liquor, wine, and champagne.
Oh my god.
We're heading for Austria in the morning, but don't feel you have to leave anything here for whoever comes next.
D-Day? Victory in Europe.
No. Like, take that. I don't want to drink that.
Happy VE Day.
Wow.
No one wanted to leave Berchtesgaden until they saw Austria.
For a moment there, I thought that there was gonna be more fighting or something like that. It's nice to see this.
Hey, how are you? You Hitler? The war is over!
This episode is so sunny because it's warm and it's happy and this place is so gorgeous.
I wonder what will happen to us, to people like you and me, when there are finally no more wars to occupy us. Please accept this as my formal surrender, Major. It is better than to lay it on the desk of a clerk.
You may keep your sidearm, Colonel.
He just gives so much respect. And that's why people respect him.
Along the Jap southern defense line, the Yanks progress slowly. The going is brutal, and our casualties are high. But Okinawa is the next big step towards victory over Japan.
So, when are we going?
We don't have a date yet. Some of them will have enough
Where are
points
you
to go home
going?
instead.
That's what points is.
But I want those veterans who are staying, all new replacements ready to fight.
They're gonna love you.
Are they gonna fight again?
Why don't we just shoot bull here? Feed the company for a week.
There he is.
How many points you need? 15? 15? Jesus Christ, I thought I had it bad.
So where would they go? Okinawa?
He has authorized a lottery to send one man home in each company, effective immediately. The winner is...
Malarkey? I don't know why I feel malarkey.
Sergeant Darrell C. Powers.
50?
That's how it's done, Shifty.
Congratulations, Shifty.
We will begin training to go to war.
This was all supposed to be over. Is this what the Pacific is about?
Say goodbye. I gathered up my loot. Pistols mainly. Paperwork's all done. I just don't rightly know how I'm going to explain all this. I seen.
You're a hell of a fine soldier, Shifty. There's nothing more to explain.
Unfortunately, the truck was hit head-on by a drunken corporal from another regiment. He survived,
Oh
but
my
had to spend the
God.
next few months in a series of hospitals. I wish I could say that he was our only casualty in Austria.
Oh, Shifty.
How am I supposed to tell her I had the chance to come home?
It will be to Tokyo and back in 2 years, 3 tops.
Probably be over before you even get there.
You didn't tell him?
No, I couldn't get him to shut up.
So what?
13th Airborne are heading out for the Pacific right away.
Are you in on this too?
I can't let him go by himself. He doesn't know where it is.
You're leaving the men?
They don't need me anymore.
It just feels so comfortable and safe when you're around.
So you were given command of the company on D-Day?
That's right.
Oh no, don't. I didn't want him to show him.
You got through Bastogne without having to fire your weapon.
That is correct, sir.
Yeah, he never fired after he shot that one guy.
You got through it.
Not gonna make a career in the Army. No. Yeah. Well, you've done enough.
Thank you, sir.
But that's not what he wants.
Major, I took this meeting out of respect for your achievements. Frankly, I think you men have earned the right to keep you around.
So he won't go.
One of those Polacks what was at the slave camp said this is where the guy lives, right here.
Which camp?
Whatever camp.
What if he's innocent?
You know what? What if he's a fucking Nazi commandant of a fucking slave camp?
Which one? Which camp? You don't have any proof.
Where the hell have you been for the past 3 years?
I don't know how I feel about this. I don't understand.
Gehen Sie hinaus! Sie sind der Kommandant.
Welcher Kommandant?
Vom Arbeitslager.
Hier reinkommen! Nein! Nein! Bitte nicht!
He's guilty. Liebgott says so.
No.
Shut up. Shoot him!
No.
When he first ran out, I thought he shot Lipgott.
Officers don't run.
The war's over, anybody would run.
5 years. I think I was in every country, but France was the best. It is the end of my second war. Jesus. I'm going home now.
Webster! My relief!
Don't salute the Germans!
Oh, come on. I said you get a kick out of it.
Go ahead, take off. It's my turn.
Okay, see you back at the farm.
It's just not good enough!
How many do you need? 84? 80 something. You need 80 something.
Was machen Sie dort? Sind Sie verrückt?
Get in.
Oh, Jesus.
Are they okay? What happened?
He was dead when they brought him in. 75 points.
What they did have plenty of were weapons, alcohol, and too much time on their
Get out of this. Oh, gonorrhea himself. Just landed in Normandy and wound up like I don't know what. Whose side are you on? What a fucking character. You okay, Matt? You need some help? I tried to explain. This fucking limey wouldn't listen. Probably got a problem here. Do you have any gas? Hold on a second now, right?
No.
Guard!
Oh my god.
What? He's not gonna make it.
Shot in the head.
You find the shooter. I want him alive. Come on, help me.
What are you doing?
We're gonna go find a brain surgeon.
We shoot this bastard on sight?
Try and take him alive.
Get in the Jeep. What happened to him?
He was shot in the head.
Half hour ago.
Let me drive. We'll get there faster.
Who's getting beat up?
I should go in there and stop this. Boyd, let's just play cards, all right?
Where is he?
Oh, okay. They're beating up that guy, right?
Replacement. Our company.
What weapon? When you talk to an officer, you say, sir.
He's not gonna shoot. He's not.
Have the MPs take care of this piece of shit. Crowd surgeon says he's gonna make it.
Oh, thank God.
Sure had a lot of pictures of him in it.
So you looked at him, but you didn't take him?
That's right, sir.
I don't believe you!
You better not be lying to me.
Yeah, he's lying.
I'd like to resign as company first sergeant.
Well, I guess you've earned your right to demote yourself.
Thank you, sir. Oh, sir, you make your decision yet?
Yeah, I did.
What decision? You have enough points to go home?
Keep them from killing each other. It better be somebody who knows what they're doing.
You?
So you've decided to stay in the Army?
Yes, I'm gonna stay with the men.
So some of us would stay by choice. You'll be like a technical advisor and make sure they get everything right.
I understand, sir.
And your driver will drop you off at a hotel of your choice. And, I don't think we'll see you back here anytime soon.
Yeah, Malarkey, you deserve some rest. You need it.
They're afraid the men won't show them the proper degree of respect as they would another officer.
It's a good theory, sir.
It's an idiotic theory, especially in your case. There was a German general who was a little PO'd about having to surrender to Private Babe Heffron from South Philly. Thinks it's beneath his stature.
Is this the type of job I can expect from now on?
Yeah, when we're not sunning ourselves by the lake.
See, they need winners.
With your permission, I would like to address my men briefly.
Captain Sobel?
Sobel.
Major Winters?
Captain Sobel, we salute the rank, not the man.
Männer!
You fought bravely, proudly for your country. You found in one another a bond that exists only in combat.
That goes for everybody, for these guys too.
Held each other in dire moments. We've seen death and suffered together.
Ich bin stolz!
I'm proud to have served with each and every one of you.
Wow, that... He summed it up so perfectly. Just the whole thing.
What the hell happened to them? Think about it.
Yeah, I am. Time to go to bed.
Oh, is this the end of the episode? Because this is where the episode started, right?
But Compton came back to see the company to let us know that he was all right. He became a prosecutor in Los Angeles. In 1961, he went out on the ocean alone and was never seen again.
Huh?
As a testament to his character, 1,600 people attended his funeral in 1998.
1,600.
Joe Liebgott returned to San Francisco and drove his cab.
He was talking about it.
He's still there. Hitler's personal photo albums. He was killed in a car accident in 1958. How we lived our lives after the war was as varied as each man. Harry Welsh. He married Kitty Grogan, became an administrator for the Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania school system. Ronald Spears stayed in the Army, served in Korea, in 1958 returned to Germany as governor of Spandau Prison.
Was Harry able to take that parachute back home that he was thinking of giving to Kitty to make a dress out of? Wedding dress?
President Truman received the unconditional surrender from the Japanese. War's over.
Each man in the 101st Airborne would be going home. Lewis Nixon had some tough times after the war.
Yeah, with the divorce and everything.
He married a woman named Grace and everything came together for him. He spent the rest of his life with her, traveling the world. I took up his job offer and was a personnel manager at the Nixon Nitration Works. I chose not to go to Korea. I'd had enough of war. There is not a day that goes by that I do not think of the men I served with who never got to enjoy the world without war.
It's a very unusual happening.
We were a close-knit group.
I don't know anybody that I admire more than Bill Garnier and Joe Toy.
And I'm proud to be a part of it. Sometimes it makes me cry.
And those that come home to be buried.
You lost a lot of that. Or at least I did. I lost all that confidence.
We just hoping to stay alive, that's all.
We lucky few. We band of brothers.
The letter that Mike Ranney wrote me. Were you a hero in the war? Grandpa said no. But I served in a company of heroes.
Oh. I didn't want to reach for a tissue when they were showing the names because I didn't want to miss the names. Remember when I was saying this episode is really sunny because it's all warm and it was making me happy, and then it got really dark. But I was happy to see because I was wondering if they were gonna go to Japan. I don't remember the exact dates of when Japan surrendered or when they were in Austria. I don't remember, but there was a moment where everybody was scared, but that they might have to go and fight in Japan. Thankfully, that did not happen, but a few people still died. Janowek dying. That was just so... He was talking. It was normal, just a normal day. He was just released of his duty. He was gonna go, maybe have a drink or something, and it was just nothing, an accident. That's life. That's how people die every day, and it's really awful. And then Grant getting shot in the head, that was just... Thank God he made it. Thank that doctor too that he made it. Yeah, but that dude, that replacement guy, really messed up big time. Killed 2 people and then shot Grant and then ran away from there. Just... I was really hoping that nobody would die in this episode, but we still saw some men dying, and I was really sad. But Harry and Spears, they both had enough points to go home, and they decided to stay. Having the chance to get away from all this, but still deciding to stay for your men. And Harry talked about Kitty so much every single time he was on screen, so it was really nice to hear that they married, that she waited for him, because in all that time people can grow apart. Life changes, like how Nixon got divorced, but it was good that he also had a happy ending. And I really like how that speech that the German officer was giving to his men, we hear that and we've seen Easy throughout this series, and we think of everyone from Easy, how they share a bond, how they have been in all those tough situations together and seen people dying, held each other at tough times, all of that. We've seen that with Easy. If somebody from Easy was giving that speech, it would still be very powerful, and I probably would have still cried. But with the German officer giving the speech, you know it, but it still clicks that it's the same for everybody, everyone who is in this war. It's the same for everybody. They've all been through this tough time, and they've all made a bond that would stay with you for the rest of your life. You'd be brothers for the rest of your life. This was a whole journey, this series, and it seems like a long time because I've only done 1 episode per week. Usually I like to binge watch, but with this series it's some heavy stuff, and then watching the episode and editing it, I could only do 1 per week. I watched 7 and 8 in one sitting, and I watched 9 and 10 today. So I watched this series over a course of 8 weeks? So it does feel like a really long time, and we saw them in the beginning training, and then they went into war, and then they've been through some horrible, horrible stuff, and we lost some people through the way, and it's so well done. This series is so beautifully done. And you guys also mentioned the Pacific, that I should watch the Pacific after this. Is it about what they were talking about, where winners wanted to go? The name says the Pacific, but there is also this one more extra video in this. It's called Season 10 Extra. I think it's the documentary, We Stand Alone Together. Documentary with all the interviews, pieces of which we've been seeing in the beginning of these episodes. When I got so many suggestions for Band of Brothers, I knew that this was a good series because everybody was suggesting it and everyone had such nice things to say about this series. So I was always very interested in it, but I really had no idea what I was getting into, what I was actually going to watch. I just knew that this is about World War II. I didn't know it was about Easy Company, and I didn't know how attached I would get to all these men that I'd see in this series. It's just so beautifully done, you know, laughing and crying in every episode, and then with the little interview clips in the beginning of each episode just to remind you that this is all real. These are all real people. This is not fiction. And the very last line that Winters said at the end of this episode, when he was talking about how he lives at a farm, and he said he thinks about all the men that he had served with every single day who never got to enjoy the world without war. That was such a powerful line, who never got to enjoy the world without war. They've seen this. They didn't have the luxury to not be a part of it. They were right in the middle of it. And I think that's why you build such a special bond. That's why you become brothers, because you've been through this tough situation with each other. You were there for each other during these tough times. You only had each other at that point. But also when you come back home, nobody else can understand what you went through. They can try. We watch these film series, TV series. I'm watching it right now and I can sort of see, but I can never really truly understand what they went through, how that experience affects people. You only understand that when you've been there. When Winters was talking about going to the Pacific, I was feeling a little sad. I didn't want him to go. I was happy that he didn't go, because the way he takes care of everyone, nobody else can do that. The way he understands them, the way he tries to protect them, like Lipton having to change the company, the way he talked to him and tried to find what would be best for him, sending Malarkey to Paris, just every single thing. He takes such good care of his men. He was really amazing. They all were really amazing, and I'm really happy to have watched this series. And just thank you so much for suggesting this. Every single person who suggested this, thank you so much. And everyone who watched this with me, I hope you enjoyed the journey just as much as I did. I laughed and cried a lot. And I hope you had a good time too. And if you did, then please like and subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you soon. I also keep getting a lot of suggestions to watch movies like Soldier, French Connection, and The Longest Day. And I didn't want to get into all of that when I was watching Band of Brothers. But now that the series is over, I would like to watch those movies too.